Morning, sleepyhead.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This week was more adventurous than ever. We scaled a rock wall that we probably weren't supposed to. We got locked inside of a state park. We celebrated 1 month of van life with a steak dinner and a little bit of charcoal drama. And somehow we ended up next to a saguaro cactus, a fire pit, and a very happy desert cat. Week 5, let's go! Ashley, Jake, and Sam the cat here. We're making our way across the country visiting 7 of the 30 MLB stadiums, and we're so glad you're with us. This week, we'll be exploring from Davis Mountain State Park and travel all the way to Vail, Arizona, just outside of Saguaro National Park. We left off last week when we arrived at Davis Mountain State Park, home of the best little bird blind in Texas. We had big plans for day 2. We started the morning on the Montezuma Quail Trail. We didn't spot the rare bird, but the views absolutely delivered. However, Jake had his own kind of flat tire situation. He lost the entire sole of his shoe mid-hike. Life lesson here. Some things should not be purchased at the thrift store. You're welcome. After the hike, we headed to the McDonald Observatory, where we had 3 things booked: a solar viewing, a telescope tour, and an evening star party. The weather had been looking cloudy all morning, and when we arrived, we found out that the star party would essentially be held indoors. Bit of a bummer, so we canceled it and decided to take it as a sign. There will be another opportunity somewhere else on this trip. The solar viewing and telescope tour were genuinely fascinating, though. Sometimes you just have to pivot.
Going on a hike.
Day 3 was a full hike day. The park ranger recommended taking the Skyline Drive Trail up to the mountain and the old CCC Trail back down. And honestly, that advice was spot on. The Skyline Trail is incredibly scenic. Every time you reach a new overlook, it feels earned. The Kesey Canyon Overlook involves a 544-foot climb and sits at over 5,000 feet elevation. Completely worth it. The CCC Trail back down is more straightforward, making it a great combination. We briefly considered extending our hike down to the historic Fort Davis, but that would have added 6 miles to our trip. And I had a hammock and a book calling my name. No regrets. Quick fun fact, CCC stands for the Civilian Conservation Corps, a federal work relief program from 1933 to 1942, nicknamed Roosevelt's Tree Army. These workers built over 126,000 miles of roads and trails, planted 2.3 billion trees, and constructed thousands of buildings and campgrounds across the country. If you're ever on a CCC trail, you're walking on a piece of Great Depression era history. Pro tip, bring more than 2 liters of water if you're going to do this hike. That night, we celebrated 1 month of van life with a steak dinner. I'm still figuring out charcoal. The steaks eventually made it to the stove. They were still delicious. We're calling it a win. The next morning, we made our way toward El Paso, stopping first in the little town of Van Horn. We planned to wash the van, but we ended up doing laundry instead. Van life is all about flexibility. El Paso wasn't heavily planned, but I booked a much-needed yoga class. We stayed the night at a Planet Fitness, and it all came together. Sometimes the unplanned stops are the best ones. The next day, we went to movies at AMC. Can you guess what we saw?
What movie are we going to see?
Mario, please.
The new Super Mario Galaxy movie. What movies are you looking forward to this summer? Quick shout out to AMC Stubs. We're not affiliated, we just genuinely love the program as big movie people. If you love movies too, we highly recommend checking out the program. After the movie, we went thrifting at Uptown Cheapskate. It's our new favorite spot. Jake scored a pair of shorts, and I almost walked out with cowgirl boots. Almost. Dinner was at the historic Carlos and Mickey's. It's charming, eclectic, and it was very much deserved. We got the famous guac, and Jake got the Texas-sized margarita. We left very full and very happy. The next day, after posting week 4, we headed to Franklin Mountain State Park, which involved missing the exit off the interstate because it is a very quick little turn. Everything worked out fine. It always does. Shout out again to the Texas State Parks Pass. Free entry and no complaints. We started on the Aztec Cave Trail, also the debut of Jake's new Walmart hiking boots, which held up great on their first real test. Boots and lots of water are a must for this hike. The park ranger called this trail the park favorite, and we understand why. Stunning panoramic views, about 500 feet of elevation gain, and the payoff at the end is incredible. There's 2 massive caves.
You can see the cave up ahead.
Fun fact, despite the name, the Aztec caves were actually used by indigenous groups. The name came from misidentified objects found in the early 1900s. You can still see the blackened ceiling from ancient fires. Could you imagine making that hike home every day? Not me. Park ranger also told us we could make our way from the caves to another popular hike called Mundy's Gap. She made it sound easy enough, so we figured, why not? So after the first cave, we climbed some interesting stairs to reach a second cave. And then we encountered a very steep rock wall that we're mostly sure was the right path. We didn't get the climb on camera. We were a little shaken up after reaching the top, but we were also really proud. From there, we made our way to Mundy's Gap. Over 1,000 feet of elevation and panoramic views of both El Paso and Juarez at the top.
How was it?
Exhausting.
Dangerous. On the way down, we took a wrong turn onto a third trail, which actually turned out to be a blessing. It meant an extra mile of walking through the park roads back to the van, but we were not eager to go back down that rock wall. Grateful for the wrong turn, to say the least.
We made it!
We made it back to the van, relieved, proud, and then pulled up to the park gates at 5:03.
That shortcut we did.
Locked. Fortunately, the park ranger was on her way out and let us through. Close call. This hike, with its questionable connections, steep ascents, and breathtaking views, felt like the most onward and upward thing we've ever done. It felt like the embodiment of onward and upward. We're still talking about it. Next stop, Las Cruces in New Mexico, the land of enchantment. We stayed at a Cracker Barrel because I have been craving their blueberry pancakes for at least 3 days straight, and I had absolutely earned them. Have you ever tried the apple butter with the biscuits? It's a game changer. What'd you get?
Hamburger steak, dude.
Next morning, big reset at Planet Fitness. Strength training, cardio, and showers. I tried the massage chair and loved it. Now off to our next Harvest Host stop, Adobe Deli in Deming, New Mexico. This place is a former schoolhouse from the early 1900s and is filled to the brim with antiques. It operates as a steakhouse and kind of a museum. We shared French onion soup and a buffalo burger, watched a movie, a gorgeous sunset, and called it a great night. Next morning, we had some work calls, so we parked at a Walmart, handled business, grabbed a couple things inside. Gonna go for a walk around Walmart.
Yeah. Walk, old tree. Not the campers.
Say it again, babe.
Whoa!
That's a big mountain. You can see my feet in the reflection. Then we crossed into Arizona. We'll be here for a while, and we could not be more excited. First stop, a little town called Willcox. We stayed at the Cattlerest Saloon, a harvest host spot that offered hookups, a bathhouse, and a dump station. It's nestled between mountains and felt incredibly peaceful. What do you want? Are you a hungry girl? Hi friends, we made it to Willcox, Arizona. I'm gonna use the bathhouse. I mean, could this view get any better? These mountains are insane. And here's the band. You wanna come outside? Right now? It's a little hot. It's the desert, Casey. You're a good girl. I did some painting, and Jake got some amazing drone shots. Then we watched the sunset together. The next morning, we watched the sunrise. I woke up for the sunrise this morning. So beautiful. Sam woke up very eager to get outside. Someone's enjoying a morning walk. There she is. She found a log that she loves. Of course, now she's not gonna rub her face on it. There she goes. She is absolutely thriving in the desert. After some computer work, we were ready for a real pause. We found a spot on iOverlander listed as Arizona State Trust Land. You just need to purchase a permit online. We grabbed gas at Maverick and then headed out. That is a big train. We are in Arizona and we're about to stay on some state trust land, which you pay a $20 permit for, and it's supposedly a little bit nicer than BLM land, so we'll keep you guys posted on how it plays out. Seems questionable. We had a little bit of an explosion. The Nespresso came out and exploded all over the room. The spot was beautiful. Multiple dirt roads, open desert, right next to Saguaro National Park. Look at this cactus! It's huge! Someone had already built a little fire pit and left us some firewood. We spent the evening around a small fire watching the sun go down over the saguaros. It was exactly what we needed. Week 5 was the embodiment of Onward and Upward journeys. We climbed higher than we planned, got a little lost, but found something better, pivoted when things didn't go our way, and ended up exactly where we were supposed to be. around a fire in the Arizona desert under a sky full of stars. 1 month in, and this trip keeps reminding us that the best moments are the unplanned ones, and the detours are part of the journey. The wrong turns, the locked gates, the unexpected pivots. They're not setbacks, they're the story. We'll see you in week 6. We've got special visitors joining us, our next baseball game, more Arizona adventures, and Sam continues to live her best desert life. Thank you so much for being here. It truly means everything. See you next week.
Our apologies to Noah. We missed your shout out this week. We'll get you next week, bud. Vincent, get us out of here.
Hope you subscribe our video and hope you press the red button to do this.